Today's video is how America's poor pays the highest rents. So I decided to start this video in a very popular suburb of Phoenix, which is Tempe, Arizona. Just a few blocks this way is ASU, Arizona State University, one of our nation's top colleges. Right here is a brand new apartment complex just built. We're gonna find out how much does it cost to live here. Once we find that out, we'll walk literally across the street. There is a motel where our working poor are paying far more rent than what is being charged here. Gated community. Look at the nice pretty murals on the wall. Future resident parking, now leasing.
Anytime.
Okay, that's upstairs. It's kind of like an internet cafe kind of sort of thing.
It does have a conference room in the back, so you can access that at any time. Here's our complimentary coffee bar, so it has Starbucks cappuccinos, lattes, espressos, all the good stuff.
All right.
And we'll head this way. So right over here is our resort-inspired pool and jacuzzi. It is heated so you can swim throughout the year.
Hey.
We have waterfalls, fire pits throughout. In the back is a TV lounge with a double-sided fire pit and an outdoor kitchen with gas grills so you can have guests come over, have a little cookout. And if you head through those tunnels right there, it'll take you to the courtyard. So the courtyard is a very quiet, relaxed area. It has a beautiful lighting setup, fire pit, outdoor kitchen, so lots of places to hang out on the property.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Tempe?
Somewhat familiar.
Okay.
I've never lived in Tempe.
Tempe's amazing, so lots of really fun things to do, and the best food, every kind of food you can think of is just 5 minutes away. There's tons of festivals and shopping, lots of really fun things to do.
All right.
So for the parking,
And pets are allowed too?
You got it.
Hey.
You're very pet friendly. That's Shadow.
Okay.
So for the parking, you get one covered parking included in your rent.
Okay.
If you'd like an additional covered parking, you can pay $2 a day or park in the uncovered for free.
Okay.
Do you have any pets?
No.
No pets?
No.
Awesome. Well, you can see all of our fur friends over there.
You have a little dog park there?
We have a dog park. Did you want to take a stroll by?
Yeah, let me go see it. And you guys are set up for the e-cars?
Yes, we have electric car charging stations throughout. There's about 3 on the property.
Is that complimentary or?
So it's a very reduced rate for 4 hours. I believe it's $15. This is our little dog park.
Nice.
And pet wash station. We just got a little doggy blow dryer.
Are you serious?
Yes. So this is where you can let your dog run around and be a dog.
Nice.
A little water fountain for them.
That's where the wash is for the dogs.
Wash station.
Nice. And that's the blow dryer.
Yep.
Are you serious?
That's blow dryer.
Do you have a dog?
I don't have a dog. I actually have a cat.
Oh, do you?
He's a little kitten.
Okay. Oh, they're rough, man. When they start.
He's actually so sweet.
Uh-huh.
He's a little cuddler.
All right, that's cool. That's
I know,
cool.
some cats are like really crazy, but I'm training him to be the cool cat.
Right.
Where people can hold him. And
I like cats a lot, but I just had I wouldn't say a bad experience. I didn't know. They went from a kitten to he started running around, jumping on the claw and everything. Like, what's going on with this cat?
Yes, I know. They do have like another side to that. All right, but they are not like Park Broadway. So on the 1st and 4th floor in select apartments, we have the 14-foot ceilings. The best part about this floor plan is that it's a split floor plan, and both are primary bedrooms with the attached bathroom and walk-in closet in both. We have a Jack and Jill right over here, and right before it is your full-size washer and dryer.
Oh. I need to put.
There
Okay.
you go.
All right.
Some storage space.
So every unit, washer, dryer.
You got it. And then we have extra deep bathtubs.
Okay. And this is the Jack and Jill guest bathroom and also for the person that stays there.
Exactly.
Gotcha,
So you don't
gotcha.
have to go through the bedroom.
Gotcha. That's a bummer.
You can hide your bedroom, tuck it away.
How many square foot is this?
This is 1066 square feet.
Wow.
You have some pantry space.
It looks so much bigger than 1066.
Yes. The square footage was utilized very nicely.
Yeah, because this family room, or it seems like a pretty nice size.
Yes, lots of room, and they maximize the living space.
What are the qualifications?
So you have to have 2.5 times the rent for the income, and that's before taxes with your gross income. And then you go through a credit, criminal, and eviction background. So your security deposit's based on your credit. We have 2 bedrooms starting at $2,150.
Are you guys score driven or?
So it's more on, it's through TransUnion.
Okay.
So it goes more on a debt to income ratio. It has its own ratio where it'll determine your security deposit. It'll let us know whether you qualify for the $500, the $1,000, or the full month deposit. So the application is $50 per applicant plus a $200 administration fee. That runs your credit, criminal, and eviction background. So your security deposit is based on your credit. It can be as low as $500, $1,000, or a full month. So at your move-in, you pay your security deposit plus the remainder of the month. In regards to your utilities, your water, sewer, trash will be added to your rent based on usage. Electricity will be paid directly to SRP. And then we have the $25 valet trash service fee added each month. So somebody comes by to pick up your trash 5 days a week.
Nice. So you just sit it out in front of the door.
Exactly.
And that's it.
Yep.
5 days a week? Wow.
Makes your life a little bit easier.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. That's real cool.
Awesome. Have a little bit more to see. This is our state-of-the-art fitness center.
Okay.
It's open 24/7 and fully equipped.
Okay.
So lots of very useful machines. We have cables, bench press, squat rack, free weights up to 75 pounds, TRX, treadmills, and we even have a row machine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the row machine.
With a pool view.
Ah.
We have free weights up to 75 pounds. So bench press, squat rack, and all the machines in between. And this is your indoor mailroom. We have the Amazon parcel lockers where you can receive and return your packages.
Oh, wow. So no more going over to UPS?
Right.
You can return right here?
Just receive a 6-digit code straight to your phone to pick up your packages.
Where we're going, this is where a lot of our American working poor are living, pretty much night and day.
We've only been out here about a little over a month. Before that, we were in Mesa since September. And then before that, we lived in Phoenix in low-income housing. And because I lost my job is the whole reason why we're in this situation. Because of that, by the time I started my current job now, I was already 2 months behind. For a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment, we were paying $1,051.
Okay.
And we constantly dealt with the bed bugs, the cockroaches and stuff the entire time we were there, and we lived there for 5 years. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, we're paying $1,051 for what, a roach motel? You know, and then I had our kids. And after we had the baby, when we're seeing all this stuff affect her, so we moved from a 1-bedroom to a 2-bedroom, and the roaches got worse in the 2-bedroom than we ever did in the 1-bedroom. But the bed bugs were because the neighbor above us was infested and they never treated us. They treated them, but never treated anybody around them. We lived there from the end of January of 2018 till September of last year, 2022. And then that's when we started the whole living in a hotel, because it's based on one income right now. You know, and with him, he's trying to find a job and these places are like, oh, he's overqualified, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, how do you expect people to survive and keep a roof over their head and provide for their families when you're only helping one person have income and basically refusing the second one based on their age? Age ain't nothing but a number. Just because he's almost 46 years old don't mean he's not qualified to do a job. Like, that's just ridiculous. Like, we need to be able to survive and keep our kids safe and take care of them, whether it's living in a hotel or not. Most of the time, you're literally paying for 1 or 2 beds. You get your bath, your regular shower or whatever. But if you want like a refrigerator and a microwave, you're gonna pay another extra 10 or 20 bucks. We're literally living out of our cooler. So there's only certain foods and stuff that we can buy. We can't even make like actual meals. We're literally living out of a cooler. So this location, yeah, we just got to this one. Before that, we were at the one off Priest and Broadway. We were there for a month. Prior to that, we bounced back and forth in Mesa between the Mesa North and the Mesa South locations. And I'll tell you, at those locations, we dealt with way more of the exposure of the fentanyl and all that than we have at either one of these locations. In these locations, they don't put up with it. They find out that you're doing the fentanyl and you're causing issues and all that, you're gone. Whereas Mesa, they say they care, but really don't. And it was to the point in our room, most of those rooms had conjoining doors. Even though you couldn't open that door, that fentanyl was still coming out from underneath the door. Which means when our girls were with us, were being exposed to that smell. And I'm like, what is wrong with you people? If my child dies from that, we're gonna have some serious issues. Like, it's to the point, he had to go and do a drug test. And he tested positive for and I'm like, we don't touch that crap. I want nothing to do with it. And we had way more people over there constantly asking us, oh, do you know where to get the blues at?
Blues?
I don't touch that. I want nothing to do with that crap.
We don't
I'm
judge
sorry.
anyone who does that.
My life is more important than that one high that has the potential to kill me every time. Because with my job, I see them on our cameras, ODing on the platform, and we roll back the cameras, and you literally see them lighting up the fentanyl, and within 5 minutes, they're ODing on our platform. I want no part of that. I see what it does. We literally call it the zombie drug. And that's what pissed us off about Mesa. They were trying to act like because we're living in a hotel, we're automatically drug addicts. And trying to act like we were bad parents because we were staying in a hotel. And I straight up told them, I said, are you kidding me? I said, at least I'm keeping a roof over my baby's head and we're not living on the street. Like, how dare you act like I'm a bad mother because I'm living in a hotel with my kids? At least I'm trying to keep a roof over their head and trying to keep them safe from this crazy society. But there's only so much we can do, you know, he's actively been trying to find a job. And then we have my income. And because of me losing my job, I end up having to rely on daily pay. So which means I can't get that weekly paycheck because my daily pay is literally pulling out of my paycheck every day. And on payday, I'm getting what's remaining that I didn't pull out. And that's how we're covering the hotel.
How much are you paying to stay here?
We range based on the rate anywhere from 75 to 180 a day. Yeah. A day.
And we both donate plasma.
Yep, we do. $110 a week.
Okay.
Each. So $220 a week. That's it.
And then plus what you make from your job.
Exactly.
How much do you make an hour?
Right now I'm making 18. I do security. So I work for dispatch for a security company. And so I'm the one that handles like all of the officers calling in and they need assistance for whatever the reason, whether it's PD, medical, they need a sergeant. We have PD coming in requesting footage. You know, like we deal with a whole bunch of stuff. So I literally see all this craziness that's going on.
How much did you pay today?
86.
$86 for today.
Yep.
Show us what you get.
Get back, Bubba. Get back. Get back, mister. Yeah, this is all you get.
It's better than nothing.
This is true. And like he said, it is better than nothing because at least we're not out on the street.
Or a bus stop.
When we couldn't stay at the Mesa locations, these were the ones that were the cheapest.
They give you 28 days.
It's because in the state of Arizona, once you hit 29 days, it's technically considered your residence. And then you could actually go through the process to where you have to make them evict you. Go through the whole legal process and all that. So the hotel does it after 28 days. You have to leave for 24 to 48 hours. Then you can come back. So that way you're not establishing as an actual resident for that facility. And it keeps them from having to deal with any legal stuff for any evictions and all that.
We were here Friday night. We went and sat in Roosevelt Park, whatever it's called.
Clark Park right over here off
Clark
Roosevelt
Park
Street.
for like 6 hours.
Because there's times I can't guarantee.
A little bit, and I made us some money and some Popeye's chicken. So we got the room and we got dinner.
And we didn't ask But because she understood our situation and our story,
She absolutely
she
fell in
willingly
love
helped
with
us
me.
and she paid for our room and went and bought us food, which we were not expecting.
She prayed for me. She gave me a
Yep.
huge hug.
She put you up, so she put you guys up for a night.
She
Yep.
was a sister.
Just like yesterday, one of the churches that I talked to paid for our room because with my daily pay, I can't guarantee it's going to come in every day between 11 and 4 p.m. Well,
If
if
you're
it's
not
not
making
in,
at least $70,000 a year, you gotta have a hustle.
Yep.
If you don't have a hustle, you're homeless, and then society thinks you're a pile of
I average between 50 to 54 hours a week. I range about 108, 110 a day. Because with daily pay, they take out their little fees and they take out a little bit of taxes to, you know, to help you so that way when your check does come in, it kind of already takes your state and federal taxes out. And then at the end of the week, when I get paid, I'm getting paid what I haven't already pulled out of my weekly paycheck. My 5 days I work are 40 hours. If I work
It
overtime,
feels like you're gone more than that.
yeah, but I'm working 6 days a week right now to be able to cover us and keep this roof over our head so we're not out here on the streets.
And I don't feel good about being a man and not making any money.
My whole monthly income is what's keeping a roof over our head. I'm literally spending all of my money to keep a roof over our
We
head
just
here.
had to pray we get food. We couldn't feed our daughters. I miss my girls.
But at
Horrible.
least right now we know they're safe
Killing
and they're
me.
being taken care of.
I'm a man, I can't take care of my little girls. So I'm not doing all right mentally. She's doing everything she can. She's breaking her back to support me now because the girls are gone. Doesn't make me feel good. I'm doing everything I can, but I can't find a job to save my life. I go to work, we get ahead.
Seriously. And that's what I'm looking at.
I have a job interview tomorrow at 2
He
o'clock
goes and gets a job. We can take 2 weeks once
for
we
line
get
cook at McAllister's.
once he gets his 2 weeks of
They
pay.
change your situation like that.
Exactly, because once he's working
Immediately.
and he gets those paychecks in for
And
2
they're
weeks,
giving me an opportunity.
then it gives me those 2 weeks
I'm not gonna blow it.
where I can stop using my
gonna love
daily
me.
pay. Once he's able to get a job and have his
And I
income
can
coming in
cook.
for 2 weeks, I can stop using the daily pay and start getting my weekly paychecks to where we can go get into an extended stay or the month-to-month apartments or whatever until we can afford to get into like an actual apartment, you know, at least get us going in the right direction.
I had to put it off yesterday because I was not feeling too good. I woke up, I felt horrible. And I was so depressed because I felt like I blew it. I don't have a lot of confidence. You would think I do. I don't have a lot of self-confidence.
Well, this type of situation
I
isn't
kind of
helping
felt
it
like
either.
I blew it, but then the boss man called me. His assistant was calling me and said, but then Patrick, the big boss man, called me back. He's like, hey, you coming in for an interview? I'm like, he goes, what's good for you? I said, well, Thursday, 2 o'clock. He's like, I'll see you then.
And when you have to be there, bro.
I'm gonna be there. I will
Oh, he's gonna be there.
Mikey.
I'm gonna do whatever I can to
When
get
is
some
it?
nice clothes. And
Thursday. What time? Thursday. What time?
tomorrow
2
at
o'clock.
2.
Tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Okay.
I have bus passes. I'll be there at 12:30. I'll
Like,
be
no,
sitting
like,
outside.
we're gonna make sure. It's just for us, it makes it hard because it really makes it hard for you when to go to an interview when we couldn't guarantee we were gonna keep the room and keep a roof over our head. So that in itself puts a stress on you in the
I
back
will
of your
beg on my
mind.
hands and knees for them to put me in that kitchen.
When-
After she took time off after having our daughter,
I
we
literally,
just couldn't keep up.
yeah,
I was doing everything
had
to
an-
help her out. I was trying to make money any way I could because nobody wants to hire me.
and he's right.
You're overqualified. I have a bachelor's degree and I have an associate's degree. I'm applying to like fast food. I just want to work. I just want to work. I don't care where I work. I've done warehouse and everything. But it's like, maybe I should lie on my application, but it's really hard for me to lie. I'm not
He's
a really
not that
good
type of
liar.
person.
I'm really sucky at lying.
People are thinking this. We all see these signs at every McDonald's saying
We're hiring, but
Yeah, we're
because
hiring.
because you're not
You have
in
to be a high
college.
school dropout with a GED on welfare and getting subsidized security income. What I know that's what it's called in New York. I don't know what it's subsidized.
It's
I don't even know
SSI,
what subsidized
Social Security income.
That they will hire you. Nothing against the people that get hired, but I have way more experience than anybody that's doing anything like that. I swear to God,
and he's trying. That's the reason why I switched from working swing shift
I just want
to
to be a
overnights,
grill
because
man.
a lot of the jobs want to hire him as management. But when I was working swing shift, it made it hard with me not having a car. I was leaving at 11 o'clock in the morning. And at the time when we had our girls, it made it hard because we couldn't afford a daycare. I had nobody to be able to watch them. So I needed to switch my shifts so that way he had more hour options that he could work, and we wouldn't have to worry about, you know, somebody watching the girls, because both of us we could alternate. He can go to work, I have the girls, I can try to sleep when the baby's taking her nap, that type of stuff.
I've been a stay-at-home dad for the last
5 years.
5 years.
He's taking care of my oldest. Yeah, she may not biologically be his, but to him, that's his daughter. We have two, 13-year-old and a 2.5-year-old. They're currently living with
Living with
my
our
sister-in-law.
in-laws.
We had him for a couple months, and then after that, and dealing with PD and them being judgmental and all that stuff, I finally rekindled the relationship with me and my baby brother, and we discussed it, and they were 100% willing to take the girls, so we let them go with the girl. You know, let them go with them. That way we know they're safe, they're taken care of, and they're not having to be exposed to all of this craziness with the drugs and the hookers and the prostitutes and all that stuff that constantly go on in places like this, and them seeing us struggle and us being judged where people make it out like we're drug addicts.
Why do you have kids here?
When we're only in this situation based off income.
We dealt with that.
It has nothing to do with drugs and all that. We're not addicts.
You're horrible parents having babies in a hotel room.
Yeah, is what they try telling us. It's like, no, we're in a situation. Because I lost my job for 3 months. I had forgotten about my security job. And I had left on a good note. I had put my 2-week notice in. But no, he's right. Our struggle really did start when we were in the hotel after I had our youngest. Because I was off work for 2 weeks, no pay, because my company does not offer paid maternity leave, paid FMLA, none of that. So I had to convince my doctor to allow me to go to work, even after having a C-section, after 2 weeks. Most people don't go back to work after 2 weeks from having a C-section. But at the time of my post where I was at, for the most part, I was sitting down, whether it was in a kiosk or out patrolling a facility in a golf cart. So I wasn't having to do anything, lifting or anything strenuous, is the only reason why my doctor agreed to it. But because of those 2 weeks is what set us backwards from the start. And then after losing my job for 3 months, really put us in the hole. The only good thing about our eviction from this process is for the simple fact we didn't break a lease. We were at the end of our lease and they wouldn't allow us to sign a new lease until the back balance was paid off. Well, unfortunately, there was only so much they could do. They did try to actively work with us, even though the rent we were paying was not worth what we were paying for because of the bed bugs and the cockroaches.
The stuff we were dealing with.
And the mold and all that stuff. But like I was doing the best that I could and making arrangements, trying to get help through the city or whatever, and I was getting nowhere. So we ended up getting evicted in September, and that's why we've been staying in a hotel since. And because of me having to be on daily pay, it makes it hard to be able to go to weekly places and pay the weekly rent or whatever because I'm not getting my full paychecks right now. But it's the matter of finding a place that's going to work with me because I don't have the greatest credit. A place that's going to work with the fact that we now have an eviction on our record. And most places are requiring 3 times your income. Who in their right mind can afford 3 times their income right now? 2 things is what's holding us back.
Credit.
Credit, and now we have an eviction.
And
the fact that it hasn't been able to be paid off.
Any credit.
Until I get that eviction paid off, a lot of places don't want to rent to us. That's why I wish these places would look and see the eviction that it's not your typical eviction because we didn't break a lease. It was literally, it all started, I literally used my tax return to pay for our rent up until April. Our lease ended in May. I had been out of a job. I didn't start my security job until the end of April. By the time I started getting my fully, regular 40-hour paychecks after training and all that, it was towards the end of May. So which already put me 1 month, and then once June 1st hit, automatic 2 months behind. So it automatically set us backwards. I tried getting help from the city, couldn't get nowhere. To the point where now I owe them $4,000. And that's why we were evicted.
Do you mind showing your...
Are you talking about them?
Yeah.
My scars?
And bro, you went for it too, huh?
Yeah,
You went
17
for it.
times. I did, yeah.
You didn't go sideways.
Uh-uh.
You went for it.
I remember laying in that hotel bed and I took my time. I didn't do that. I went slow as shit. And then I remember I was starting to fade out. I came over here. I think I did this 11 or 12 times, but for some reason this all healed up. I'd switch sides. I used one side for this arm. And
Yeah.
Did you bleed out? Did somebody come get you?
I bled out. Housekeeping found
A
me.
housekeeper found him.
3 weeks I was in a coma. I woke up and I was pissed because I was alive. That's horrible. I was so mad I was still alive.
No, a lot
I
of
can't
people
even
that.
do that right.
Do you guys have a Cash App?
Yes. So it's Baby D 122083.
What's happening, guys? Today is day 2. I had to come back, guys, and continue this vlog. For those of you who are probably like me that would not want it to have seen this vlog end without knowing what happened to Mikey. Did he get his job? So today is the day of his big interview. So I told Mikey yesterday, because I knew he had his big interview, hey bruh, I'm gonna give you a haircut today. And I'm actually late though, but I'm gonna see if he still wants his haircut, and then if he need me to take him to his job interview, and then that way, guys, we'll be able to know if Mikey gets his job. So that's how we're gonna end up this video and see what's good, see if he get the gig, and that whole deal. So let's go ahead and get it. Here go that pool too. I didn't show y'all yesterday. Okay guys, so your boy just finished the haircut with Mikey. I wanted to take Mikey to his job interview, so I mean that's the whole thing, so you guys would know that he got, you know, that if he got the job or not. So Mikey told me not to take him to the job interview, so we're gonna end the video from there. I'm gonna call him and he's gonna tell me if he got the job or not. Take a look at his haircut. Y'all tell me how he looked. And tell Mikey how he looked too in the comments.
Change colors.
Hey. Huh, look at him. Got him faded up, guys. Alright. So that's a wrap, man. You sure we can't ride in the Waymo car together?
I want to do this myself.
Alright.
It's the process personally. I feel like I gotta do this myself.
Okay.
This is my first job interview in 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. That's what it is, guys. Peace. We out this bit. Wish him luck, guys. Get in the comments, bro. Let us know. You gonna let us know afterwards?
Yes.
Alright, that's what it is.
These city lights are making me wanna be something else that I'm used to. Spending time reminiscing of what it used to be, not letting go when I want